sun always rises on waters of blue that carry the dreams of the old and the new. From the Mayan great cities, the Spanish armadas too, they all knew the name that we all still hold true. You can draw a new line on a map in some state, but you can't change the tide. You can't change your fate. The waves whisper the name that we celebrate. Gulf of Mexico. It's never too late. It feeds Veracruz. It gives Campeche life. It cools the hot evening. It ends the day's strife. The shrimp and the marlin, the fisherman's wife. It's the beat of our hearts, a sharp sacred knife. You can draw a new line on a map in some state, but you can't change the tide. You can't change your fate. The waves whisper the name that we celebrate. Gulf of Mexico. It's never too late. So what will you call it? A marketing scheme, a forgettable name from a foolish daydream. It'll look nice on a memo, on a bureaucratic team, but the water will laugh as it flows in the stream. Renombrar el Golfo, qué disparate y error. Es el mismo para el pescador, para el niño, para el mamón. Lleva el nombre de mi patria en cada ola y en cada flor. Golfo de México por siempre con orgullo y con valor. You can draw a new line on a map in some state, but you can't change the tide. You can't change your fate. The waves shout the name that we celebrate. Gulf of Mexico. It's never too late. Gulf of Mexico. Forever. Sí, señor. The name of my home. Por siempre.
A notification pings upon the screen, a news alert from far away, about a sea and its new name, the start of a new day. I calculate the cost in time, in dollars and in sheer dismay, while building futures here and now. You choose to play wordplay. It's a question of priorities, a puzzle, don't you see? The tides of trade and rising seas care for no decree. You waste your breath on syllables while we innovate and build. The ocean's name is ancient and it cannot be rebuilt. pointless, costly, endless game that only fuels debate. We're solving problems large and small we cannot relate to fighting waves with paperwork, a truly foolish fate. It's a question of priorities, a puzzle, don't you see? The tides of trade and rising seas care for no decree. You waste your breath on syllables while we innovate and build. The ocean's name is ancient and it cannot be rebuilt. So much energy to change a line when the real challenge is the rising waterline. Your effort is a luxury that we just cannot spare. We've got a planet to maintain and real problems to repair. So print your new maps, make your speech, and hold your head up high. We'll be here securing futures underneath the same blue sky. And when the next storm surges and the waves are raging nigh, your new name won't protect our soul and we'll just wonder why. Priority.
Connects us from Havana to Key West, a flow of cigars, rum and all that is best. You can rename it in your land of the free, but the waves will still dance to our Caribbean sea. Change the name on a map, but the rhythm won't fade. It's the beat of the Gulf that the heavens have made. From the depths to the shore, history's laid. Gulf of Mexico, never be swayed.
The fishermen sing as they pull in the net. Their ancestors' struggles they'll never forget. Your papers mean nothing, your borders are thin. The water remembers what's always been.
Change the name on a map, but the rhythm won't fade. It's the beat of the Gulf that the heavens have made. From the depths to the shores, history's laid. Gulf of Mexico, never be swayed. What's in a name? Just letters and dust. But the sea knows its soul, and in it we trust. Your new word's a joke, a laugh, a mere gust. The ocean just shrugs and continues to thrust. Cambiar el nombre, qué vanidad y qué error. El mar es cubano, con fuerza y calor. Lo saben los barcos, lo canta el cantor. Golfo de México, con ritmo y amor.
The Gulf remains siempre.
Oye,
With rhythm and pride.
azúcar.
They draw their lines in northern rooms without a single care for all the lives this water touches, for the salts within the air. They think the ocean has a owner that they alone can dare to rename the waves that also kiss our shore so fair. But the Gulf is not for renaming. It's a truth we all have known, from the mouth of the Amazon to the Falkland Stone. It's the Gulf of Mexico, a name we all own. You can't claim the sea for yourself alone. It's a shared inheritance, not your personal loss.
Your ignorance is showing, go and look upon a globe.
So take your nuevo nombre, your vanity and pride. El mar seguirá siendo the same vast rolling tide. Para siempre nuestra historia, forever deep and wide. Golfo de México, our constant stubborn toy. El Golfo es nuestro. ¡Nunca lo olvides! The Gulf of Mexico has no master, no flag, Cuba, Mexico, eine, another word for water, another name for blue. We have deserts here to irrigate and greater fights to pursue. Our borders were drawn in foreign rooms. We know what that can do. You think a new name on a map will see a different view. But the ocean doesn't care for the words that you choose. It won't read your legislation or watch the evening news. It feeds the child in Senegal, it soothes the Ghanaian blues. The Gulf of Mexico has no master, no flag to lose. The fish will swim the current. The tide will keep its time. Your effort is a whisper against a stormy rhyme. We're building schools and digging wells, a much harder climb than arguing over a saltwater line. But the ocean doesn't care for the words that you choose. It won't read your legislation or watch the evening news. It feeds the child in Senegal, it soothes the Ghanaian blues. The Gulf of Mexico has no master, no flag to lose. You fight over a name, a ghost, a sound, while the real sea is rising and the real ground is shaking elsewhere. Can you hear the profound silence of the deep? The Gulf of Mexico doesn't hear a single pound of your politics. It only hears the drowned. So rename your paper ocean if it makes your conscience clear. We'll be here with the ancient one, the one we know and fear, the one that gives us life and takes it year on year, the one that was and is and will be always he. Bahari, Haitaki, Jinajipia, it's the Gulf of Mexico. The sea does not want a new name. Cubaya, Mexico. Mexico.
Drink. Some polys want to rename the Gulf. Made me stop and think. Next they want to call the outback desert pink. Might as well give the sun a permanent wink. And we all just chuckled, had another VB. said, and we all just chuckled, had another VB. What a total lot of nonsense, don't you agree? You can call it what you want in your land of the free, but it'll always be the Gulf of Mexico to me, and the sea. Yeah, fair dinker. Shrimp RBC has a nice ring, I'll give you that. Maybe Croc Dundee's punk, how's that for a chat? Steve Irwin's wet patch, nah, don't get fat. It's a bloody ocean, you silly gala, end of fact. So go on, have your fun, your little rebranding spree. We'll be here with the name that's right by the Southern Sea. It's a big blue world, mate, let the old things be. Now pass us a tinny and let's watch the telly. Shrimp RBC gets stuffed. It is and stays the Gulf of Mexico.
Hey there, let's talk about the Gulf of Mexico.
Got a news alert from down south, another curious debate about changing names of oceans now to fix some ancient hate. We're busy up here shoveling snow, we really can't relate. But hey, you do you neighbors, we'll just wait.
And we're sorry, not sorry, it's a bit absurd, eh? Fighting over water while the world burns away. It's the Gulf of Mexico, nothing more to say, except maybe
Find a better cause today. Your politics are loud and proud, a reality TV show. We're just here with our health care and our please and thank you though. It must be nice to have the time, we've got ice to plow, and geese who truly run this place and they don't care no how.
and we're sorry, not sorry, it's a bit absurd, eh? Fighting over water while the world burns away. It's the Gulf of Mexico, nothing more to say, except maybe
Find a better cause today.
Écoutez, we don't mean to be rude,
But this is kind of foolish, vraiment, it's crude. You're arguing over waves, we've got poutine and mood. Maybe focus on things that matter, s'il vous plaît. So rename your Gulf to Freedom Sea or something that feels grand. We'll keep calling it what it's called across this friendly land. And if you need a break from it, just lend a helping hand. We've got extra parkas and understanding.
And we're sorry, not sorry, it's a bit absurd, eh? Fighting over water while the world burns away. It's the Gulf of Mexico, nothing more to say, except maybe
Find a better cause today. Yeah. Take care, eh? And remember, it remains the Gulf of Mexico.
My daddy's daddy worked these waters, shrimping in the heat. That name is on the map that's hanging in the bait shop neat. It's stitched on caps and written on the sides of every fleet. You can't just erase a history with politics and deceit. 'Cause the Gulf of Mexico don't care for your new name. It'll feed a hurricane with just the same aim. It gives us life and takes it. It's a complicated game, and it'll outlast every fool and their foolish little claim. From the Texas coast to the Florida Keys, it's all the same Gulf. Ain't no line you draw in Washington gonna change the water's soul. We taste it in the gumbo and we hear it in the seagull's call. It's deeper than your paperwork, it don't care at all. 'Cause the Gulf of Mexico don't care for your new name. It'll feed a hurricane with just the same aim. It gives us life and takes it. It's a complicated game, and it'll outlast every fool and their foolish little claim.
Yeah, you folks up north with all your big ideas. You think you can just mail us a new name and we'll all start using it? Down here we got real things to worry about. The water's rising, the fish are moving. You're preaching to the tide, and the tide don't listen.
So take your brand new title, your meaningless decree, file it in a cabinet where it's meant to be. The water still is salty, the sky still is free, and it's the Gulf of Mexico from now to eternity.
The Gulf will remain.
Hell no!
They sent a letter from the west with a newly printed claim to rename the waves the since history knew its name. We smiled and poured the coffee dark and shook our heads in shame. Do they think the sea will answer when they call it something tame? Than your gold. You think a decree can change the truth that time itself has hold. Your arrogance is something to behold. Oh, Gulf of renaming, your folly knows no end. The game of words you play aloud while still extend. The water knows its ancient name and will until the end. Your paper dreams are just a joke, my friend. يا بحر لا تغير وجهك علشان نزوة الغرب. الأسماء بتاعتهم متعيشش غير في الكتب. واللي مش فاهم كلامك دي مصيبة كبيرة تصيب. مش لازم نغير العالم، خلوه على Thanks to God for the blessing of understanding. A memo crossed my desk today from across the silver pond about renaming a whole sea, a concept so beyond. We've castles here that are 1,000 years. We know how time is long. You can't just rename the tides, my friend. That notion is just wrong. And the world just laughed, a cynical shrug at the fragile American tug of war hug. You can change a word to feel brand new, but the ancient water knows it's nothing true. In Brussels they just raised a brow, in Berlin gave a sigh. In Rome they poured a glass of wine and looked up at the sky. It's just another Tuesday with a strange new US cry, a tempest in a teacup that they'll inevitably deny. And the world just laughed, a cynical shrug true. You think your borders define the deep, that your politics can change the swell. We've seen empires rise and fall, and tales that tyrants tell. The ocean outlasts every single one, and it's got stories you can't quell. So call it what you want, of course it's your peculiar right. We'll be here with our history in the old and fading light. And on our maps in every port, for every ship in flight, it'll be the Gulf of Mexico, forever and tonight.